Good morning, LKN. 7:06. Happy Tuesday to you
Happy Tuesday.
of Thanksgiving week.
A nice little short week here for you.
Yeah, if you're traveling or maybe you're going to be just in the area, whatever it is you're doing, your schedule is going to be a little bit different this week. We wanted to talk with somebody who can help us prepare really for what's most important, and that's what to wear.
That's right.
If it's not sweatpants, right, that's bottoms for probably a significant percentage of folks for the week.
Yes, from Wednesday on.
But let's see what else is going to have to be going on here. So Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist, joins us this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving week.
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving week to you.
So weather's going to happen no matter where we're at. And so
That's
this
right.
week where I'm looking out and it might be beautiful here, or is it not going to be beautiful? I need to know so I can understand what I need to also wear, Chase.
Well, we're in the busiest travel days of the year right now. I just call today Travel Tuesday. So today and tomorrow, are the busy travel days of the year, whether you're leaving here and going somewhere else or whether you have family coming in to the Lake Norman area. Obviously, these are the busy days. And so that's why I'm kind of putting a lot of emphasis on today and tomorrow, because those are really sort of what I would consider to be our, quote, weather days of the week. You're starting out this morning. We've got some clouds. There's a few patches of drizzle. So I don't think there's too many worries this morning or really through the middle of the day. But as we go into tonight and into tomorrow morning, there's going to be some scattered rain around. Now, we need it, but it may make some slow travel for tonight and for tomorrow. So scattered rain, I wouldn't even rule out a downpour or maybe even a rumble of thunder this evening or Wednesday morning. Of course, we're still warm. We're in the 70s, right around 70 today, and then 70s again tomorrow. But then we're headed for big changes. So Thanksgiving Day, you are going to have to bundle it up no matter what you're doing. Or I know a lot of folks, at least my family, does an annual kickball tournament every Thanksgiving, so we're going to have to bundle up for that. Plenty of sunshine, no rain worries, but it will be chilly. We're looking at highs only around 50 for Thanksgiving Day. So it's going to be a chilly one, and then that's going to continue, probably going to get even colder as we go into the upcoming weekend. I foresee highs in the 40s Friday, Saturday, maybe even sticking it out in the 40s by Sunday afternoon. So we got some cold stuff on the way.
We're talking with Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist. Also, Live, Work, Play, LKN. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, you should be, because each week you also get a little dose of that weekend weather
That's
outlook.
right.
So long term, what do you think? Sweatpants on the bottom, right, is what I'm going with. Got to have the elasticity.
Right.
And then up top, short sleeve. Am I still okay with short sleeve, or no? Do I need to get a coat on at least?
I'm going to need a coat on with those temperatures for sure.
Well, you mentioned elasticity, so it depends on how much food you're going to eat. Sometimes you get in the throes of it, and it's just, you got to sweat
The meat
it out.
sweats
So
starting to hit.
remember, you can only take off so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a turkey guy or a ham guy?
Depends on where the ham's from.
Okay.
One of the things that's got me concerned, Chase, going into the wintertime, not concerned, but just, I guess, years of experience in the high country, wind becomes a factor during the winter. Do you ever have an indication of what the wind's going to be, or does that just come and go as it wants?
Well, it doesn't really come and go as it wants, but that's going to be a factor over the next couple of days. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, like I said, going to be chilly, and it probably is going to be a little bit breezy. So what we've got bringing the cold in is a cold front. And this time of the year, those are pretty prominent. We get cold fronts that come through in the summer, but they usually lack in, big changes or big wind. Now that we're into fall, this is our transition period. You have to think of spring and fall as your transition periods from the cold seasons to the hot seasons. And anytime you have big changes like that, going from summer heat to winter cold, we're in the middle of that transition now. And those big changes are what drive weather. They're what drive weather systems to form. So the bigger the change, the windier that it's going to be. As a general rule, that's kind of a good, easy way to think about it. So we are going to go from the 70s to the 50s and 40s here over the next couple of days. You can probably bank on it being windy at times. And then as we go into the colder months, as we get into December and as we get into January, again, those cold fronts are a little bit stronger. So expect it to be windy. Now, historically, if you go back and look at it, if you want to look a little further out, our windiest times of the year tend to be February, March, and April. It seems like the change from cold to hot is a little more potent. So it's usually got a little more juice. And that's when we start getting into severe weather season too. So again, the big changes are what drive all of that. The wind, the storms, anything like that is driven by a big change in the atmosphere.
Something always on my forecast. Is it going to snow this winter? Is it going to be a wet winter? I've asked you every time. I'm going to ask you every time. Let's see if you change your bet today. What do you think? Still
Well,
looking normal? Is that the best way
well,
to say it?
any date that I put out there for my first snowfall forecast is going to be too late, because if you think about it, it snowed a couple of weeks ago.
That's right. It did.
It
We already
wasn't
had our
it
first
wasn't
snowfall.
measurable.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
wasn't measurable, but there was something out there.
I'll take it. That'll be it. That's it for this year. Let's move on to summer.
January seems to be our prime time. If we want anything, it usually happens middle of January through the middle of February. So we'll see. I'd like to see a good one this year.
I do believe the woolly worm said this year in Banter Elk that we would have, I don't know how much you use his advice for your forecasting, Chase, but, just letting you know what he told me. He said it was going to be a snowy winter.
Yeah, I put in a call every winter just to get his thoughts, I
him, and
jot them down.
Yeah, him and the groundhog I'm sure you guys do a conference call once a week.
Yeah, I got a call with Phil here in a couple of weeks anyway.
Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist. I'll get a little personal here with you. Getting into the holiday season, you're spending time with family. Any kind of traditions or anything like that you and the fam usually like to take part in across the wonderful North Carolina landscape?
Oh yeah. So my dad's side of the family, my grandpa and grandma there, passed away a few years ago. So now on Thanksgiving, our traditions have changed a little bit, but we've always on Christmas gone, at least on my mom's side, have gone to my grandpa's side of the family there. He was one of 13 brothers and sisters. So they all get together at the old home place. And used to, when I was, a kid, there was 150. It was a 150 people type deal. Now that everybody's gotten older, and I think there's only 3 or 4 of those siblings left, that it's dwindled a little bit. It's still about 75 people. So we do that on Christmas morning. Thanksgiving has always kind of been up and down, just depending on what each side of the family's doing. But with my wife's side of the family, I think I mentioned that, we have an annual kickball tournament on Thanksgiving afternoon. So I've got to get limbered up for that.
You got to stretch, man.
You
better stretch.
You might need to get your family and the Neely Bowl going at the same time. It'd be a whole, LKN Olympics.
Listen, it'd be a tournament, a road show.
It would be a great one.
Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist. All right, so cool this weekend. Definitely temperatures coming down. Might see some spotty. Overall, put the thick layers on.
Yeah, bring the sweater.
Yeah, put the thick layers on. And then if you're planning for Black Friday travel, Black Friday shopping, you will need to bundle it up, especially if you're waiting in line outside somewhere. We're going to go down into the low 30s and even some upper 20s. Over the weekend for morning lows, and Friday's going to be one of those mornings. So if you're standing out trying to get the deals, I'd advise layers. That's for sure.
Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist. Also catch him on Live Work Play LKN newsletter. You can get your weekend forecast update. LiveWorkPlayLKN.com. Chase, happy Thanksgiving, sir.
All right, I'll see you guys over there. Happy Thanksgiving.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, some extra clouds around for our Tuesday. You might want to carry along the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. Then we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Bin 110 in Cornelius presents live music Friday and Saturday. Little Johnny Trailer Trash takes the stage on Friday. The Gin and Sonic Band performs Saturday. Enjoy whiskeys, cocktails, and light fare from the kitchen at Bin 110. Saturday is the 14th annual Light Up Cornelius celebration happening in downtown. Enjoy community group performances, children's activities, a model train display, food, beverages, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. The event begins at 4 p.m. with the tree lighting ceremony at 6:30. Visit Cornelius.org for more information on Light Up Cornelius. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now and runs through January 4th. The drive-through holiday light show features more than 5 million lights circling the iconic oval, pit road, and infield road course. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information on Speedway Christmas. The 500 Club in Statesville invites you to book a tea time, take golf lessons, enjoy the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill. Click on the 500 Club online to see everything they have to offer. Join the Hickory Christmas Show to kick off the holiday season in style. Start a new family tradition with a visit to the show on December 5th through the 7th at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Click on hickorychristmasshow.com for more information. From all of us here at WSIC Radio and Lake Norman Woman Magazine, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 7:18. Happy Tuesday to you. Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Bill's not here, by the way.
No, Bill's not
CJ's
here.
here.
Yeah, thanks, CJ, for showing up.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Let's see how everybody else is doing. RideICATS.com, alternative transportation. $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane. With David. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Hey, guys. Good to hear from you this morning. Things are going real smoothly. Our first trip to and from the Queen City, both south and northbound lanes, everything ran smoothly. Nothing to report as far as any delays. We've already, in the past 15 minutes, we've come off 70 down to 21, and now we're, of course, reviewing 150, which is starting to pick up down here. But otherwise, everything is smooth out here this morning. We just hope to keep it that way.
That's right. David, we so appreciate you. Look forward to chat at 8:15, sir.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. God bless.
You too. See ya.
Thanks, David.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
RideICATS.com, $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. $1 on Tuesday. You can go to the VA in Salisbury. That's today if you've got appointments. Thursday, you can go to Winston-Salem. Friday, you can go to Hickory. All only $1. You've just got to schedule it. RideICATS.com.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day.
We do have a word of the day. I am not Bill. I'm filling in for Bill, as the guys said. So this word this morning, I'll change it here for you. It's a little confusing, I think.
A confusing word.
I think so.
There's several of those that exist in the world, and most of which I don't know. We'll find out what this one is and take a stab at it.
Okay.
It's word of the day.
Yeah. So it's spelled M-U-S-S-I-T-A-T-E. Musitate.
Musitate?
Yes.
It's a brand new word.
Musitate.
Musitate.
Never heard this one.
This is a verb.
It's a verb.
So it's what you do.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have some sentences for you guys.
Oh, awesome.
Good morning, LKN. Justin musitated as he tiptoed into the room, hoping not to wake Mamie and CJ.
Blew his nose.
No.
Sneaky like a cat.
Close.
Okay.
I'll give you another one.
Okay, I'll take another one.
CJ laughed when Mamie tried to loudly greet everyone, only for Justin to musitate a shy "Good morning, LKN" in response.
Would it be like mutter or not talk very loudly?
Yeah, you got it.
Got it.
That's the
Musitate.
definition I have. It's to talk in a low voice, to mutter or mumble.
To
The
mumble.
opposite of enunciate.
Yes.
Oh, to musitate.
Musitate?
Musitate.
Musitate?
Musitate.
Musitate. To mumble.
Stop musitating, kids.
He's over there musitating again.
Yeah, over there mumbling to himself.
Speak up. Musitate. We'll see if we can use it with one of our friends.
There's many days that I just musitate here on the radio, so thanks you guys for sticking with us.
We've got a couple of friends coming through. Seals Heating and Cooling going to be stopping by. Drum Landscape Supply. Got to check out, the lawns. Make sure right here we're coming up on the end of the season. You got to get what you got to get. Christine Patterson. She's the Director of Experience and Engagement for the town of Mooresville. She's also the host of I Heart Mooresville. Airs every Tuesday from 11 to noon here at WSIC. Luvea and K.
Yeah.
Is that?
I think it's Luvea, is how she pronounced it. I think so. We'll find out when they come in.
Luvea and Co.
Yeah, looking forward to having them come in with us today. And then Beltone's joining us too.
You got to check your hearing.
All right.
You know
Man,
it's
we
good
got a
to-
busy day before Thanksgiving.
Don't act like when you're in certain conversations, you just don't smile and say, yep, and act
That's
like you didn't.
People musitating over there.
Yeah, is it my fault or theirs? Harley could help help figure that out. Third generation hearing specialist.
Amazing.
And multiple locations across the Lake Norman area to make it easy for you. Mooresville, Cornelius, and Statesville coming your way. And so great opportunity if you've got some hearing issues or you don't know if you have hearing issues, right? Because a lot of people may not even know.
Right. Your family knows. You just don't realize it. Yeah, right. They're the ones having to repeat themselves. Need to remind them. All these friends coming in, I feel like I should have prepared some snacks or something. We got a big day today.
You can share my oats.
Yeah. And grab a spoon.
No, it's a fork.
Oh.
I ate my oats with a fork.
Exactly.
So it'll be a fun day.
It will be a fun day.
Life's messy. Doesn't have to be, though.
Nope.
Spotless Cleaning. They can take care of it. Andrea and her team, Spotless Cleaning NC. She needs to help somebody out, and I need to be CJ.
There we go.
Tough from what I saw this morning. I will be absolutely honest with you. I fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have to endure what appeared this morning to be a brutal battle.
Right.
Well, and the worst part about this whole thing is I woke up this morning and saw J.C. Horn, our star cornerback who picked off Brock Purdy last night.
Twice,
is now concussed.
Nice.
And he will be out against the Rams, the team that is leading the NFC, other side of the NFC. So
was it a bad hit? Was he musitating on the field, or
he was throwing up on the sidelines.
Oh,
what
yeah.
I saw.
He was musitating.
Yeah, he was
All
definitely
right.
musitating.
ESPN pan to the vomiting.
Oh, and I don't mean to laugh at him. Like
No,
about it, but it's-
very serious. But he did that, and then he ran back in. And I was
JC,
like,
man, come on, dude.
You probably shouldn't be playing that football right now.
Yeah.
I saw him run back in. I
I
was like,
love it, though. I love it.
I mean, it could be nerves, but also probably not a good thing to do that and then run back out there and run a few more plays.
But I
Bless
love
him.
the heart, though.
Yeah, I do love the heart. And I
Low
love the
scoring
hustle.
match is what it seems like.
It was, yes. I went over to H2 last night to watch with the Roaring Riot of Lake Norman last night. So it was a fun crowd to be around. Good time. I made it to halftime, and then I had to call it a night.
It was a 20-9, the final score. CJ, did you expect a low score in this one, or did you want to see more points put up on the board?
So I called Bill yesterday and I said it's gonna be 30-27. So I was definitely expecting a little high score, but I believe Dobie said it was gonna be 7-9.
Oh, he went with the low side.
And it definitely was at a close point for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, Bryce Young, 18 of 29, 169 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Now I did see there's 2 plays I certainly saw multiple times. One of which was the holding. When Bryce
I
threw
didn't
the
see that.
interception. I did see that play, the replay.
Who was holding?
A guy in a red. They were wearing red last
San
night,
Francisco
right?
was holding one of the
Yeah.
Panthers.
Red, and then the other. We were in black.
White.
We were in white with the
White.
black helmets.
Yeah.
Okay, got it, with the black helmets. There you go. Okay, so yeah, that was who I saw.
Okay.
But then that was when Bryce threw the interception. So
Gotcha.
unfortunate. So,
Gotcha.
but a tough loss at 500 now, though.
Yes.
As a team, so we're still here.
I think we're still doing okay. We're just not. We're still tied for first, I think, with the Buccaneers, or maybe we dropped to second now. If we would have won this game, we would have gone to first in the NFC South.
We haven't played the Bucs yet.
Well, it's coming. We got to play them twice
Gotta
at the
play 'em
very end of the
twice.
season. Yeah, that's tough.
There is a little I mean, I wouldn't say it's positive for Baker Mayfield, but he did hurt his shoulder and has a bad sprain.
So we just don't like him anymore.
I
We
think
want
he's
to
out.
see-
I think they said maybe for the next couple of games that he's out.
So we might get lucky and not have to play Baker.
That would be fortunate for us. Yes, that would help.
Wonderful headline for the rest of the NFL. If I compare them beyond the NFC South, but we'll take on the NFC South for now.
Just one at a time, right? It's still early.
Charlotte City Council approved taking to the skies. It looks like here first responder drones. This being kind of a new initiative that I don't know much details on the program. $2.5 million, $1 million of it though coming from the Mecklenburg Police Foundation, utilizing drones as part of first responder teams. I think that's a great tool to utilize.
When I call 911, a drone's going to come and ask me what's wrong?
I don't know if that's what it means, or is it just more of it's a tool in the tool belt for the first responders when they're out. I don't know the significant details of the plant, but at least as far as drones now being brought into the mix within first responders, it is now definitely happening, at least from the dollars perspective. Charlotte City Council approving some dollars toward it.
Okay. Be interested to see how that works. I guess you could use it in like a scary situation. You know, it'd be better to send that in than to send officers in.
There's fields and around Charlotte.
Yeah.
Places to drone.
Yeah, my neighbor used to be a SWAT team member, and he said sometimes they would send those out
there you go.
to scope the situation.
Good idea.
Now we're
before they got there.
Yeah.
So pretty cool idea.
Yeah, Sheriff Campbell's talked about the tool, a lot of the great resources and tools that they've implemented too with technology and utilizing that as well. So definitely add it to the arsenal seems like a good thing for sure. Okay, so there's counties in North Carolina.
There are.
Where there's more turkeys than people.
Correct. The most recent data I have is from 2021. So, it's not completely accurate, but I love showing this every single year. I love sharing it every single year. There are counties in North Carolina where there are more turkeys than people. We want to give a shout out. Mecklenburg, Iredell, and Lincoln County do not fall into that mix. But you know what does? Good old Cleveland County, where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, more turkeys than people. Rutherford County, right below it, same, where also I lived for a good amount of time. So also Chester, Lancaster, Wadesboro, which is not a county, Albemarle, Terrell out there. Like as you go like southeast of us, yes. More turkeys than people. So just letting you know a little bit about my roots, where I came from. There's more turkeys than people.
Seems like a lot of turkeys in North Carolina. Are we big on turkeys in general? Is North Carolina a big turkey state?
Have you ever seen the wild turkeys when you're driving
there's two
around?
right now that are getting voted on which one's going to die at the White House. I know that's going on right now.
Oh, that's going on. No. The wild turkeys is what we have that just, they're like you would see squirrels here, you just see, but there's packs of like wild turkeys on the side of the road. So this time of year, especially the early winter, late fall, you start seeing just these packs and packs of wild turkeys.
In North Carolina?
In Cleveland County, like going
down the road?
Yes, just on the side of the road. It's kind of wild. How you sometimes see deer, like a pack of deer. You see the same thing with the turkeys. It's kind of wild. I'm sure there's an official name for a group of turkeys.
Sounds like a new adventure. I mean, who's selling tickets? Yeah.
If I knew that this was an attraction, I'd been selling tickets this whole time.
There'll be plenty of attractions this week if you're traveling. Be safe out there. If you're flying, driving, whatever it is you're doing, enjoy the time with the fam.
Watch out for the turkeys.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, some extra clouds around for our Tuesday. You might want to carry along the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. And we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
If you need home medical equipment, call Lowry Drug in Statesville. We have everything you need in stock, including portable oxygen concentrators, CPAPs, masks, lift chairs, wheelchairs, scooters, hospital beds, supplies, and anything else you need. Get it when you need it. Check out LowryDrug.com or call 704-873-2247. Lowry Drug, your hometown source since 1959, across from Iredell Memorial Hospital. We are worth the drive. Come see us.
I'll be honest. I wanted to be a diva. Why feel guilty? Let me help you be a diva for a few hours a week. Yes, I'm Andrea, owner of Spotless Cleaning. Our guarantee? It is very special. If you're unhappy, we'll do it again. Still unhappy? Your fee is donated to a charity of your choice. The Docinho de Coco Guarantee. To honor my grandparents, who taught me both a spotless house and time to live life big are important. Spotless Cleaning and Seed.com.
Every day you listen to the news, but how is that news affecting your financial world? Things like your retirement and your kids' college fund? You need someone who can help you work towards your goals, someone to help you move forward in these times of change. Call Eileen Stoner at Morgan Stanley. Eileen has 28 years of experience as a financial advisor, and she's right here in Cornelius, North Carolina. To make an appointment with Eileen Stoner, call 704-896-9138. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
We speak fluent Fix-It. House Doctors of Mooresville handles repairs, renovations, property maintenance, and more. Ceiling fans, shelves, full room makeovers. We have the experience, tools, and insured background check team to transform your space. 1-year guarantee ensures it's done right the first time. Visit housedoctors.com/Mooresville.
Struggling with focus, memory, or mental clarity? Royer Neuroscience offers personalized, remote brain training designed to improve your cognitive health. Anywhere, anytime, you can boost focus, enhance mental performance, and thrive emotionally and physically. Visit RoyerNeuroscience.com and reclaim your brain today.
Yeehaw for rodeo season at Harrison's, the home of work, western, and wow. Whether you compete or cheer from the stands, Harrison has the looks to help you wow the crowd. Get western classics and the latest styles from Harriet, Cinch, Rock and Roll Denim, and Wrangler. Find us in Mooresville.
Spring has sprung, and so have the savings. Drum Landscape Supply is your go-to for mulch, stone, sand, and specialty plants, and they're offering 50 to 70% off pavers and natural stone. Your dream landscape is just one stop away. Hurry in and save big, only at drumlandscapesupply.com.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. NVIDIA shares fell on a report that Meta Platforms is in talks to spend billions on Google's AI chips. A deal with Meta would mark a win for Google, but a lot depends on whether Google's chips can demonstrate the power, efficiency, and computing muscle necessary to become a viable option. The S&P 500 notched its best day in 6 weeks yesterday. Traders are more optimistic that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates in December. Spotify reportedly preparing to raise U.S. subscription prices in the first quarter of next year. Major record labels have been pressing Spotify, Apple Music, and other music streaming platforms to increase their fees. They argue prices have lagged inflation and subscriptions remain cheap. And a venture set up by Al Gore's Generation Investment Management has now attracted $200 million in new money for a strategy that targets the restoration of land degraded by farming and deforestation. I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, okay. 7:34. Chase Meyer said it. He said it's going to be chilly.
Yeah.
Coming up here over the next few days. It's going to get colder, and that cold front's going to come in. You don't want to wake up and be like, oh my goodness, it's cold. I need somebody to help me with my HVAC. Seals Heating and Cooling is an option. Allison and Joshua are here. Allie, Josh, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Good morning.
absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so Seals Heating and Air. Give us your story of how you decided to start your own HVAC company.
Right. So Allie and I have always been very entrepreneurial. It's kind of something that we fell in love doing over COVID. And we got into one of those typical drop shipping businesses, that sort of thing. And that sparked our desire to want to start a business of our own one day. So after working for an HVAC manufacturer for about 3 years after college, and then working for a HVAC small business, kind of getting out in the field, getting my technician's hours and things like that to get licensed and insured, we just decided to take the jump and kind of get in and do our own thing. So that was kind of the genesis for Seals Heating and Cooling. I absolutely love the work. I think it's just the coolest thing ever. The equipment is awesome. The diagnostic work is awesome. And just kind of enjoying that sort of like sucky environment of being hot and dirty and
Are you a
that
crawl
thing.
space guy or an attic guy? Which are you?
I prefer crawl spaces. It's kind of gotten to the point now where like those nice encapsulated crawl spaces, I like sometimes will just lay on my back and be like, I could sleep in here. This is awesome.
You like the ones without the spiders and the snakes,
Exactly.
right? Yes.
Preferably, but those are not that bad too. So
Yeah, it is bizarre to see someone enjoy being sweaty and dirty. I saw him work an office job for a few years. He was in a fancy suit and tie consulting business position. And then seeing him transition into the field and coming home sweaty and dirty and loving that so much, I was like, are you sure? But he loves it.
Yeah. We talk a lot on here about the trades and how great a profession it is. Is it just you going out there, or do you guys have a team as well?
So I have there's a couple guys that work with me. I got really, really lucky. So a couple of my really close friends that I actually went to high school with. I'm from Mooresville originally, so went to Lake Norman High School there off of exit 36. And a couple of my really close friends when I was in high school, we kind of parted ways for a little bit while we were in college. It's kind of hard to keep touch with all your friends from your hometown and everything. And so when we put the news out there that we were getting into the HVAC stuff, kind of announced that we were opening our doors officially, a couple of my buddies from high school reached out to me and they were like, no way, I am actually in trade school right now. So really, really lucked out there. That was kind of one of those like stars aligning moments where I was like, this is meant to be. And they're really good guys, really smart, really good with people. So we love having them, and we're really lucky to have them.
And then you guys work together too in the business side, or is it just one person, or do you guys work together in this?
So I have a business background. I'm a CPA. So I run kind of the business operation side of things. Obviously, I'm not in the field. So I'm behind the scenes, answering phones, running books, kind of looking for advertising and marketing opportunities.
What's it like working together? Because you got, that's
awesome.
Yes. We love asking those questions. Yes, on the spot to husband and wife.
Always, ever since we started dating, we've always had a project that we've been working on. So this has kind of just been a dream for us since the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like clear communication, making sure you're talking about where you're spending your money, how you're spending your money, things like that. Like I know a lot of couples maybe struggle like kind of working on businesses and things together, but we've just excelled. It's just kind of our
Very
thing,
cool.
I guess, at this point. So
all right, so the technology side on HVAC space in the trade, right? You're coming in and in an era right now where it's all changing, right?
Yes.
So what's that like for you when you guys you're going into somebody's home, right? You're going in there and you're saying, hey, your cooling, your heating system for your house is something's going on with it, and I'm here to help.
Right.
What's
right.
that like for you from when you go in that home?
Yeah, it's usually it's kind of an easier job because a lot of times people are calling you because they need you, right? So as long as you're taking care of people and you're not being outrageous on pricing and things like that, a lot of times people are so happy to see you, which is one of the best parts of the job. Because especially in peak summer, peak winter, people are waiting a week or two. Just because your schedule gets so booked up, and when you're able to come and deliver that service to them and get them fixed up, they're just so happy that you're there. So but on the technology side, especially this year, we actually in the industry went through a really big transition from the older style of refrigerants. The process was called the A2L conversion, so we switched to a lower global warming potential refrigerant this year. So now all of the HVAC equipment in the U.S. has a mildly flammable refrigerant in it, which has been kind of a shocker to some homeowners to know that like their AC system now has kind of a flammable gas in it. And so if you have a leak, what happens there? And there's a whole bunch of additional, code compliance requirements that we have to follow, ventilation requirements, and kind of these like refrigerant leak sensors that we have to put in systems now to kind of help people calm those fears about it being mildly flammable. It's really not that bad, and usually the manufacturers kind of make the equipment to take care of all those concerns. So
I think you just keeping up with the knowledge and the information too, so that you can let the homeowner know, all right, here's what we're doing. Here's how you're going to be safe, because we know everything on the internet's true, right?
Exactly.
I'm sure you see a post,
Yes.
you see something that somebody puts out there and the
Right.
panic ensues, but you're there to walk them along the process.
Exactly. And the bonus is that the newer refrigerants, pound for pound, are actually about 6 or 7% more efficient at transferring heat. So that does spell a little bit of an efficiency increase too for people. So if you can kind of get over that hump of worrying about it being mildly flammable and that, you actually do get a little bit of a benefit out of it.
Are you seeing people ask for like the Wi-Fi and that kind of stuff too on the controllers and those kinds of things?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really cool thing now. You've got all sorts of different smart thermostats, and everybody's got their own thing that they like. And we usually will use like a house brand, like a Honeywell type thermostat, but people will have like your Nests and your Ecobees and all sorts of different things that they use, and they're awesome. I mean, the ability to be able to go on vacation and be like, oh, I forgot, turn my thermostat up or down depending on what season it is, and you can just kind of kick it up or down or even off in some parts of the year is really cool. So
we're talking with Josh and Allie of Seals Heating and Cooling, sealsheatingandcooling.com. So this time of year we're getting to that cold. So coming out to service units, I imagine, is probably top priority for most folks. What are you guys seeing?
Yeah, in North Carolina, it's a good mix of people have got gas heat, so like a typical gas furnace, and your electric heat pumps. We're getting kind of close to that further north line where the heat pumps don't work very well, but they're still, with the cold climate technology that they've got going on, they do perfectly well. But, it's mostly just kind of like going out and doing seasonal repairs. And then obviously you have like the first few people that go to turn their heat on for the first time. And
Devastating.
It doesn't
Devastating.
at all.
Yeah.
Which, spells horror for a lot of people. But, we go out and we do what we can and get them fixed up. And so.
Yeah, we've also seen quite a few duct cleanings recently. I think when you click your heat on for the first time, there's oftentimes a smell with it that triggers duct cleanings.
You're talking about like the burning dust kind of smell.
Yeah,
Is that normal?
exactly.
Is that okay?
Yeah, we call it in the industry, we call it furnace smell or like new furnace smell or something like that. Like it's just that when you first cut your furnace on for the first time for the year, or like when you just buy a new one, it does the exact same thing. It just kind of has a weird smell when it's burning off that like dust and stuff like that. But we do offer duct cleanings. It's a really great like counter seasonal option for people like when you're in the off season and you want to just get your house cleaned up and stuff like that. We do that.
Well, with the dust and the allergies and all that kind of stuff.
In the spring and especially it's a good option for sure.
And you got more people coming through your house during the Thanksgiving time.
That's
more
right.
than normal, you know what I mean?
That's right. You want that clean air,
If you're hosting, you know what
exactly.
I mean? People's dirty feet. You better take your shoes off at the door. That's how you do it. Filters, is that an important part of an HVAC system?
Oh yes. Yeah, the filters, I mean, if you're bad about changing your filters, you are going to be costing yourself a lot of money over time. I mean, that is really one of the number one ways that people can tank their AC system. Usually we say an AC system should last like 12 to 15, and if you're really taking really good care of it, even like 18 years or so nowadays. But if you're not changing your filters, you're going to have some trouble. So what ends up happening is that dust gets in there and blocks your heat exchanger and all that stuff, and it really just puts a lot of stress on there. So
I got to get Mamie the ladder here soon. Okay,
mine's about to celebrate his 21st birthday, so it's holding on strong.
Allie and Josh of Seals Heating and Cooling, sealsheatingandcooling.com. Lake Norman area, is that the primary service where you're servicing people?
Yeah,
or?
That's our home base. We're based off of exit 30 on 77, so we're real close to the highway. We can be up to Statesville and down to South Charlotte in 20, 30 minutes or so on a good day, barring the traffic isn't awful, right? But we've done jobs as far out as Gastonia, so we can, if it's the right person or the right kind of project, we can make it happen. So
Josh and Allie, Seals Heating and Cooling, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely, thank you.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, some extra clouds around for our Tuesday. You might want to carry along the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. Then we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Bin 110 in Cornelius presents live music Friday and Saturday. Little Johnny Trailer Trash takes the stage on Friday. The Gin and Sonic Band perform Saturday. Enjoy whiskeys, cocktails, and light fare from the kitchen at Bin 110. Saturday is the 14th annual Light Up Cornelius celebration happening in downtown. Enjoy community group performances, children's activities, a model train display, food, beverages, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. The event begins at 4 p.m. with the tree lighting ceremony at 6:30. Visit cornelius.org for more information on Light Up Cornelius. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now and runs through January 4th. The drive-through holiday light show features more than 5 million lights circling the iconic oval, pit road, and infield road course. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information on Speedway Christmas. The 500 Club in Statesville invites you to book a tea time, take golf lessons, enjoy the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill. Click on the 500 Club online to see everything they have to offer. Join the Hickory Christmas Show to kick off the holiday season in style. Start a new family tradition with a visit to the show on December 5th through the 7th at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Click on hickorychristmasshow.com for more information. From all of us here at WSIC Radio and Lake Norman Woman Magazine, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Out in Statesville, you know the place to go. Drum Landscape Supply, where your gardens grow. From Mooresville to Cornelia, Secret to Taylorsville, they bring the dream to life, they always will. In every town, they got your back. From Moxville to Trumpets, more than that. Experience hands, make your dream complete. Drum Landscape Supply, your garden suite.
Good morning, OKN. 7:48 on this wonderful Thanksgiving week. We get to be joined by Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, drumlandscapesupply.com, your local one-stop landscape shop located in Statesville. But Jason and his team, they do deliver to all of Lake Norman. Be sure to ask them about that. Wonderful time of year. What an incredible season. How are you feeling overall about it?
It's been a good season. It's given us plenty of nice days out there. We've gotten some rain. I mean, we could definitely use a little bit more rain. But going into the winter, we usually get what we need. Although this year is a weak La Nina system, meaning it's going to be a little bit warmer and a little bit drier, or at least that's what the forecast says. But I love this time of year, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
And so this time of year, you got a little bit of extra time on your hands. Maybe you're at home, right? Maybe you got some days off from work, an opportunity to get out in the lawn and the yard and do some things. Does this kind of warmth give us a little bit of extra time, Jason, to have some fun in the yard?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stuff you can do no matter the temperatures. But what we've seen is whenever we have these daytime temperatures in the 50s and 60s, it makes people want to get out a whole lot more. So. And it's a good time to put out mulch and pine needles if all of your leaves have fallen. Almost all of mine have fallen now, except for that pesky red oak tree that is, right there.
Yep.
That's going to hold its leaves until about January. But other than that, I'll be doing some mulch out here, and it gets you warm doing that. So it's a great time to get out in your yard.
Last time, I believe you were at the Drum Landscape Supply nursery and in the yard, and you were showing us those different mulches. How do you go about picking which color? Because you have so many awesome options. How do you even start in picking which one to go with?
It's real easy, and there's only one thing you need to do is ask your wife. That'll determine which mulch you get.
That's perfect.
So, but that's why we have several different to choose from. I mean, there are certain qualities like our red oak, which we're currently out of at the moment, but our mixed hardwood, our shredded hardwood, those are going to do a little bit better on slopes. So if you have a slope like in my backyard here, you'd want to use one of those shredded hardwoods that'll hold the slope better than, say, the pine bark or the pine nuggets. but you can put pine straw down or pine needles down just on about everything. So it really, truly is a personal preference for the most part.
Some people do have some pretty decent sized slopes in their yard. Can you have mulch? Are there ways to kind of barrier it or kind of keep it up, even if there's some? Is there any kind of product out there, or underling or tarp or anything like that that could be used to kind of hold it in place better?
Yeah, so there are some spray on, like it's almost like adhesives that you can put on there. Mulch Lock, I think, is a brand name of one. It's not something we've ever really messed with. I've been approached by several vendors to sell it, but it does work in extreme cases. But just the fibrous nature of those shredded hardwood mulches helps to keep it locked in place.
That's
I've
nice.
seen almost 45-degree slopes, 1-to-1 slopes, where they don't plant any grass or anything on them, but they'll keep a mulch on there and it'll keep the dirt in place. So it's just a matter of that. And you mentioned a tarp or something. You actually don't want to have a landscape cloth underneath a sloped area because it will slide a lot more than if it was holding on to the dirt.
Become the neighborhood spot for when it does snow, right? You can be where all the
The
people come to
sledding
sled.
hill.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's exactly right. I'm looking at the lawn here too, Jason. This is your backyard, and it looks very nice and green and full. I don't mean to be weird about it, but do you use Drum's premium turf blend in your own lawn?
Yeah, I do. And actually, I did a test this year. We ran out of our seed for about a 3 or 4 day period, so I brought in another really high quality seed called Crown Jewel. And I can't show you from here, but I put one half of my yard in Crown Jewel, one half of my yard in Drums Premium. And as of this point, they almost germinate at the exact same rate, and then they look about the same, 3 weeks in right now or 4 weeks in. So can't tell a big difference now. The difference will be coming up this spring. But yeah, of course, I'm going to use my seed. It's got my name on it.
It looks good. I could look at that backyard and guess that you did anyway with that bright, bright green. That's what mine looks like right now too. So it looks fantastic.
Mine does too. I've got that beautiful green color, and it came up, and they came up. I've been keeping about 4 inches, 4 inches ish, kind of on the high side. Leave it on a little bit on the high side there, and it's getting thicker now. I put out the fertilizer, like you said. Can I lime again another time this season, or no? Should I hold off?
It just depends on when you last did lime and the amount you put out there. So if you're using our concentrated lime, which is the EC Plus, you want to do a maintenance application of one bag for about every 10,000 square feet yearly. So that's about one bag per quarter acre on a yearly basis. And basically what that'll do is that'll keep your pH in the same range. Now, if you need to move that pH, if you do a soil test, which I recommend everybody does, so you can see where you're at. But if you need to move that pH, you would actually double that amount. But if you do that once a year, that will really help to keep that pH higher and make those nutrients from the fertilizer more available whenever you have that pH range of about 6 to 7 is the ideal range for fescue grass. Actually, 6.5 would be perfect.
I see you've got some stonework here too in your backyard. What kind of what are some of those trends or things that people can look? Because you got like the big boulders at Drum Landscape Supply. You got those big ones people can buy too.
Yeah, we've got, and you can see a few of them in my backyard here. I love rocks and boulders. They really just help to accentuate your landscape, maybe make it look a little bit more mountainous, a little bit more natural. And yeah, we've got all shapes and sizes. We actually sent a load to not Lake Hickory, but just beyond that. Lake Roadhiss yesterday. So we had a homeowner that wanted a bunch of boulders, and this is our second load we've taken out there. And you mentioned delivery. We have a flatbed tandem truck where we can haul up to 12 tons of product and bring our forklift out there. And, we don't place it in the landscape per se to set them, but we can deliver them right to where you want them. And then you can go from there. So it really makes it easy. And we offer that service within like a 45-mile radius. So if you're looking for something, boulders, pallets of pavers, retaining wall block, basically anything, we can actually take all of our bulk products and put them into what we call a super sack, which is those big bags that you see, and then deliver it that way. So whole project can be delivered in one shot.
Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop. Has it been for all 14 years you've owned Drum Landscape Supply? Is it turkey every year for you of all 14 years at Thanksgiving?
Pretty much. So yeah, we have a turkey and a ham for our family. We'll have about somewhere between around 20 people for our family to get together, and we're actually having it at my house this year. And so I've been tasked with the turkey. So I got a 20-pounder, hopefully defrosting fast enough in my fridge downstairs, and we'll be doing that on Thursday. So really look forward to that. Again, it's my favorite time of year.
Jason, if my family's going to come into town and I'm looking to decorate maybe my porch, just something really quick that can give some color, what would you recommend to put out?
Yeah. So we've really got a good selection of colorful pansies still. They're blooming really nice, and you've got yellows and purples and just all the cool colors that are going to give you that fall vibe or whatnot. And then we've got ornamental grasses that really kind of take the show for this time of year. They're starting to go dormant, so they kind of got a little bit of fall color on them. So you might stick one of those up there on your porch with a nice decorative planter of pansies. I always like to use cobalt blue and colors in that range in my landscape because they really stand out and make those other colors pop.
Mm.
Good to know. Yeah. Got some plans happening up. And you guys are open this week until Wednesday, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, we'll be open today and tomorrow, and then we'll be closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, back open on Monday.
All right, so the leaves are almost gone here in your backyard, I can see. And then so the stonework probably happens throughout the winter time too, I would guess, because when the leaves are gone, then I don't know how that affects the stonework, but it gives you a chance just to look out at your beautiful lawn. So for those that need the gravel and all that too, and they want to pick up, it's as easy as just driving through the lot. Is that if they need some gravel?
Yeah. Yeah, so we have two ways to come into Drum Landscape Supply. We've got our main gate, which is a gravel entrance, and that's where you want to, and that's right beside the nursery. That's where you want to enter if you want to get loaded with the bulk product. You just pull in the gate there and veer to the left. You'll see our office. Stop in and let them know what you're looking for or what you want to pick up. We'll get you loaded and then just take a circle around the lot and be out the door just that easily. And if you're coming to just check things out or hang out in the nursery for a little while, we have a paved parking lot that is adjacent to Bell Construction. You just pull right in there and pull down towards the big pine tree, and that's where our nursery is, and you can enter through our side gate there. So if you've never been, feel free to call ahead. We'll be glad to give you the directions over the phone. And if you go to our website, you also see some information on that too.
Jason Drum Landscape Supply, drumlandscapesupply.com. Thank you, sir, so much. I hope you have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving with the family. Enjoy the time. So appreciate you, and looking forward to seeing the trees and the plants and everything grow the right way through the wintertime and be able to have a wonderful spring season. We're so grateful for you.
Yeah, thank you, and happy Turkey Day to everybody else, and everybody at Drum Landscape Supply is extremely grateful for being a part of the Lake Norman, Statesville community this long. It really means a lot to me that we're able to have this business and help each other out in the community.
Jason Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop. Happy Thanksgiving, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
You drive on down to Drum and Statesville town, got your truck bed empty, but fill it up now. Rock, smokes, and soul for your dreams. Call them up, they deliver on the dot. From Mooresville to Taylorsville, they got your back. Turn yards into Wonderlands, that's the back. Expert hands and friendly smiles. Drum Landscape Supply goes miles and miles. Need some gravel for that new driveway or flagstone paths where the kids can play. Straw bales are composed so rich. Whatever you need, they've got your pitch. From 40th to Traplin, they're the ones to call, creating havens both big and small.
Fox News says a lot of people start the rush of what AAA predicts will be record Thanksgiving travel.
You just never know what's going to happen, to be honest. It's kind of like a waiting game to see what they say.
No, she was at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport in Texas, where weather caused hundreds of delays yesterday. Only a few dozen this morning. Nationwide, almost 600 delays, with just 34 flights canceled so far. Fox's Brooke Taylor's at DFW.
TSA expects to screen 18 million people from today through next Tuesday, with today being the busiest day for air travel. There are 52,000 flights scheduled nationwide. The FAA says their air traffic control towers are still understaffed, but they are back to pre-government shutdown levels, and flight schedules are also back to normal.
South of her, there is storm damage being cleaned up in the Houston area after a tornado hit, damaging about 100 homes.
Power is out for most of at least several blocks as we were making our way into this neighborhood. Generators in the area providing some power. We did see some lights on, but the debris goes all the way down the block.
Ruben Dominguez with Fox 26 TV in Spring, Texas. There are new casualties of war in Ukraine, where a Russian drone and missile barrage killed at least 7 people. A Ukrainian counterattack left 3 dead inside Russia.
At the moment, the Secretary of the Army is leading the talks with the Russian side. His team is saying the Ukrainians have agreed to the peace deal ahead of Thursday's deadline. That is a big deal. Now they need to get Russia on board.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. Attorney General Pam Bondi is vowing to fight a federal judge's ruling that dismissed the criminal cases against New York's Attorney General Letitia James, accused of mortgage fraud, and former FBI Director James Comey, charged with lying to Congress.
We'll be taking all available legal action, including an immediate appeal, to hold Letitia James and James Comey accountable for their unlawful conduct.
The judge ruled the U.S. attorney who got the indictments was unlawfully appointed. America's listening to Fox News.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Will the U.S. go on the attack inside Venezuela? Amid a 2-month operation off the coast, blowing up more than 20 boats suspected of trafficking illegal drugs and killing more than 80 alleged narco-terrorists, the U.S. has designated a cartel led by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro a foreign terrorist organization.
The administration accusing Maduro and his generals of enriching themselves in the drug trade. The administration says the new designation opens up the cartel to airstrikes, claiming the same legal authority used to destroy suspected drug boats. Should President Trump give the green light, there is plenty of firepower in the Caribbean.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Trinidad and Tobago, where U.S. troops are training. On Wall Street, stock futures are down, not moving much the morning after, and the NASDAQ surged up nearly 600 points. The Dow rose 200. There's a search in Virginia with police using dogs and drones looking for a missing high school football coach.
Travis Turner, head football coach and a phys ed teacher at Union High School in Big Stone Gap, Virginia, was last seen Thursday walking into the woods near his home. Police were told he was missing on their way to the home as part of an investigation, they say, not to make an arrest. The next day, the school district, without saying if the cases are connected, said in a statement, a staff member has been placed on administrative leave with pay while an external agency reviews an allegation reported to the district. Turner, 46 years old, was in the middle of an undefeated season with the Union High School Bears. They played him one without him on Saturday. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Week 12 of the NFL season is in the books.
Despite 3 picks thrown by 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, San Francisco won the Monday night game 20-9 over the Carolina Panthers. First time Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown against the team that traded him to the 49ers in 2022. McCaffrey finished with 89 rushing yards and 53 receiving yards. San Francisco improved to 8-4. Carolina dropped to 6-6.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Very long the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. Then we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
This Panther Update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
It's the only scheduled primetime game of the season for the Panthers as they visit the San Francisco 49ers for Monday Night Football. I'm Jim Zoki with a Panthers update after this.
Charlotte's momentum has a name, UNC Charlotte. 32,000 students strong, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities, recognized at the highest level for research, unmatched access to Fortune 500 companies, built for a top-tier city. This isn't typical higher ed. The difference is scale. The difference is momentum. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
In a game worthy of prime time, it's the 6-5 Carolina Panthers taking on the 7-4 San Francisco 49ers. Both teams battling for their division leads with 6 games to go in the regular season. Pro Bowl cornerback J.C. Horn playing on the national stage of Monday Night Football for this one.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're under the lights is special, especially for us. We have a lot of 1 o'clock games, so it's going to be fun being able to be out there playing under the lights. But, I mean, it is a big opportunity because everybody's going to be watching at the same time. For us, it's just going to handle the business. No matter what time we play, where we play at, we still got to go out there and execute. So that's where our mindset is.
The Niners, of course, are led by former Panther star Christian McCaffrey, who leads them with over 700 yards in both rushing and receiving, along with 11 total touchdowns. Horn has a great respect for his former Carolina teammate.
Not just a great player, one of the best guys I've seen lace him up, but just all he did for this organization, the type of leader he was for me as a young player, coming in here, just everything, he did everything right, pre-practice, post-practice. But yeah, I'm excited to play him. He's a hell of a player. I know he's going to be trying to get back.
I'm Jim Zoki on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther Update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte, built for a top-tier city. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
Lowry Drug is a source for excellent pharmacy services. We have served the Statesville community since 1959. We have attentive customer service, a state-of-the-art compounding laboratory, and the Dispill medication packaging system that takes the work out of medication management for those using medication planners. We do it for you. Come see us at Lowry Drug in Statesville. Call 704-873-2247. Come see us.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:08. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Thanksgiving Tuesday. If you're traveling, if whatever you're doing this week. Hope you find a little bit of time to spend with fam or some people in your life that you want to spend some time with. We got some people we're going to spend some time with. Christine Patterson. She's the Director of Experience and Engagement for the town of Mooresville. She's also the host of I Heart Mooresville. It airs every Tuesday from 11 to noon. Luvea and Ckezepis.
I like the French pronunciation. Yes, we'll find out when they come in.
Beltone. Harlan's going to join us. I'm going to need my hearing checked likely at some point, if not already.
For all the
Muscatating. Yeah, that's happening.
Muscatating.
Absolutely. All right, the question is, which turkey is going to be pardoned? Because every year the White House does it, right? It's a tradition. There are 2 turkeys on the chopping block this year as well. You've got Gobble and Waddle are the 2 turkeys. And
only one of them gets pardoned?
I believe so. And then the other one...
Oh, man. That's not nice. You parade them out in front of everybody?
The other one just gets let off.
Oh, okay. Okay. These guys, I hope that they're living their best lives right now.
They look like they're living their best lives.
These are some big old turkeys.
These are some healthy-looking turkeys.
These are some good-looking turkeys. Yeah. Big ones. Big guys.
Which one you choosing? Which... You gotta.
They gotta be pardoning both of those. They're not just picking one.
You gotta eat one and you gotta free one. Which
both
one you
of them
doing?
are going free. Once you give them names, you can't eat them after you gave it a name.
So those are some massive turkeys.
Those are huge turkeys. They both get pardoned. I just made the executive decision. Both of them. Both of them getting pardoned. Both of them.
Gobble hasn't learned how to go potty outside yet, so it's
Okay.
It might be Gobble who's going.
Gobble's going down.
Yeah.
Waddle gets to stay.
But you can actually text Gobble or Waddle to 45470. That was from the office of the First Lady. You can text and vote.
This is terrible.
Which one?
You can text.
You know.
It's the news.
This is
Okay, this.
How is this any different than a UFC cage match?
Well, this or Dancing with the Stars finales tonight. Who's going to get more texts, Gobble and Wobble or Robert from?
You think it's a shoe-in?
Robert. Oh gosh, what's his last name? Irwin. Robert Irwin.
Do you think he's a shoe-in tonight?
Gosh, I hope he wins. It's going to be him or it's going to be Alex Earl. One of those two, I think, are going to take it tonight. Yeah.
Alex and Earl.
Alex Earl is a social media influencer.
Okay.
Probably like top 10 follows on social media, like people that are followed on TikTok. I think she's probably in the top 10. Yeah,
Nice.
she's got a bunch of them. So yeah, good for her. Either one, they're all winners. They're all winners tonight.
You think is it going to be Thanksgiving themed or what's the?
It's just finale. It's just 3-hour finale. We'll see if I make it to the end. I know. I don't know if I can make it to the end of that, but I will catch up at 5 a.m. But yeah, it is going to be.
And it's live texting.
It's live. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So you text. So I wonder who's going to get more votes tonight. I'd like to see those stats. They said they got 500,000 votes for the last episode of Dancing with the Stars. It's a lot. It's a lot of votes. It's more people than voted in the election, like the presidential election, I feel like.
Speaking of elections, they're gearing up. Everybody's gearing up for 2026. That's right around the corner. Have seen some ads from both sides already starting to come across. Yeah. Governor Cooper looking like he's a little bulked up a little bit for the ad. I saw. That's what it looked like, huh? We'll see how 2026 goes. I did see a post that I just thought was interesting. This is from Senator Chuck Grassley. He's from Iowa. He's not from here, right? He doesn't live in North Carolina, but certainly involved, right? When you get into Congress, you kind of get involved in things. Here was the post, and it's still up. Secretary RFK Jr. hired Callie Means to advise him. I don't know who Callie is. Callie is crusading to stop pesticide use in AG. And then in all caps, RFK promised not to advise on farming. He better not follow Callie on pesticides. Just seems like an interesting, direct, conversation happening in public in relation to our food as, talking about pesticides too, which I don't know. Are there any good pesticides?
I don't know about that. I mean, they're obviously, you can eat after they've been, you can eat them after they've been sprayed with the pesticides, assuming, I guess, that they're washed well. I'm not quite sure. I have a feeling I eat a lot of pesticides every single day. I don't eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, though, so that's where I feel
I
like
thought you're supposed to eat the peptides.
The peptides, yes. The pesticides, no. I'm going to go with no on that. I'm no doctor, but I'm going to guess it's not a good thing to eat pesticides.
Here's my question for you, Justin and Mamie.
Yes.
Why did he do half all uppercase and then just not
Well, he's got to yell at you a little bit, but not the whole
Is that
thing.
just yelling through
Yeah,
the
it's
phone?
just yelling at you. Yes.
You ever get an email from somebody that has all caps,
They're
in
just
the
yelling
subject
at you the
line,
whole time?
even the whole thing?
CJ, you're a little bit younger than me, and I'm going to tell you about the history of texting right now. Your elder millennial friend will tell you all about it. This is how we used to, emphasize that we needed to really tell you something when you used to have to text back in the day. Also, even that secretary, SCTY, that is such an old way of texting.
That's why I was like...
Well, we used to only have a limit to the number of characters,
That's right.
or you had to pay. So that's where some of these abbreviations came from. LOL, it's just because I couldn't spell laugh out loud or have to pay an extra 12 cents.
Interesting.
It was a necessity.
You had
more
to.
than
You had to
an
shorten these
adaptation.
words. So Chuck Grassley is just obviously from the old school of texting like me.
Yeah, but he's okay with pesticides.
He's angry.
He's angry. He's very angry.
Doing the shouting thing too. So okay, well that's happening. Also, Hawaii's gun laws. AG Pam Bondi says they're not happy with them. They're gonna file, or they have filed, I guess, with the Supreme Court, challenging their open carry laws. So we'll see big moves on the Second Amendment.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, some extra clouds around for our Tuesday. You might want to carry along the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. Then we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Harrison's is the home of Work Western and Wow! For nearly 30 years, our family has been boots on the ground when it comes to work. We have the largest selection of in-stock boots in the Carolinas and the best workwear brands like Harriet, Carhartt, and Wrangler. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Bin 110 in Cornelius presents live music Friday and Saturday. Little Johnny Trailer Trash takes the stage on Friday. The Gin and Sonic Band performs Saturday. Enjoy whiskeys, cocktails, and light fare from the kitchen at Bin 110. Saturday is the 14th annual Light Up Cornelius celebration happening in downtown. Enjoy community group performances, children's activities, a model train display, food, beverages, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. The event begins at 4 p.m. with the tree lighting ceremony at 6:30. Visit Cornelius.org for more information on Light Up Cornelius. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now and runs through January 4th. The drive-through holiday light show features more than 5 million lights circling the iconic oval, pit road, and infield road course. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for tickets and information on Speedway Christmas. The 500 Club in Statesville invites you to book a tee time, take golf lessons, enjoy the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill. Click on the 500 Club online to see everything they have to offer. Join the Hickory Christmas Show to kick off the holiday season in style. Start a new family tradition with a visit to the show on December 5th through the 7th at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Click on hickorychristmasshow.com for more information. From all of us here at WSIC Radio and Lake Norman Woman Magazine, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8/18. Happy Tuesday to you. The Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Is this the busiest travel day?
I think between today and tomorrow, it's going to be real busy out there.
Let's see. RideICATS.com. Alternative transportation. $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane. With David. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Hey, guys. I tell you, smooth, calm, manageable. Any other word you can think of on the positive side, the way traffic is this morning for 30 block on the road, through the HOV lane, heading north just beyond exit 23. Everything is just great. I wish we could have this type of travel and traffic every day. From what we've seen down, everything looks good. No problem whatsoever.
All right, David, we so appreciate you, sir. Drive safe the rest of the day, and look forward to chatting with you tomorrow.
All right, God bless. Y'all take care. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
David.
See ya. RideICATS.com, $1 from your front door each day. You could run errands around Iredell County. Also on Tuesday, that's today, you could go to the VA in Salisbury. Thursday, you could go to Winston-Salem. And Friday, you can go to Hickory, only $1 from your front door each of those days. You just got to schedule it. RideICATS.com. There was a life-saving situation.
Yes, there was a water rescue just yesterday on Lake Cornelius, which is the other side of the lake if you're driving the highway, where the highway splits it. Lake Cornelius, Lake Davidson on your right side if you're heading north. So thanks to Cornelius Limley Fire Rescue, someone was out there clinging to a capsized canoe.
Oh.
No life jacket on. Cornelius Station 1 crews responded with special operations trailer, deployed the inflatable Zodiac, and they made contact and pulled them from the water within 15 minutes of dispatch. So shout out to our fire and rescue.
Grateful
Good
for
job.
all the emergency services. Someone else who's grateful, we know, because she does a lot of events related with them. Christine Patterson, she's director of experience and engagement for the town of Mooresville. A lot of emergency services situations, an opportunity to celebrate those who serve in the local community. What's that been like for you? You seem to be intentional about that a lot of times with each of the events you do.
Yeah, I mean, safety is definitely one of the top priorities for us, and I love hearing that story. I think we have some great first responders in our area. We work with police very closely, and you hear of those situations like that happened in Concord at the Christmas tree lighting, and those are things that we take very seriously to try to make sure people are as safe as possible. We have a great team in Mooresville. We also work with the county, and other surrounding communities to make sure that these events are as safe as possible. And then we celebrate, them as much as we can too. And whenever we can take the time, like today, we during the Christmas parade, all of our offices are going to be downtown. And so we actually have a Mooresville Police Department officer appreciation lunch that we do for them before they go out for the parade because, it's not easy. The guys have, so we want to make sure that we're taking care of them.
So the Mooresville Christmas parade taking place, today's the day.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. What a busy day you have, Christine.
Yes. So today is the day that officially starts Christmas. So at 5 o'clock today, when this parade ends, it is Christmas in Mooresville. It starts it every year. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. The parade is at 3 p.m. downtown Mooresville. There were chairs out yesterday.
People are ready.
They dropped their chairs early, and so there were chairs yesterday lining the streets. Everybody's going to get a good spot. The parade runs from basically Iredell to McClellan on Main Street. So it's going to be a great day today. Santa's going to light the tree and start the Christmas magic.
Well, okay, is this a 81st annual? Do I see that right on here too?
Yeah, it's 81st or 82nd. Sometimes I was thinking 82nd, but I think you might be right. 81st annual. That's a long time.
That is a long time. And all the changes that Mooresville's seen over the last 80 plus years, it's kind of amazing to see that parade still coming down Main Street.
Yeah, and it's really cool, the culture of it too, and how it's evolved. Because even schools get out early for this, and those of us that have had kids in grade school, we know schools are pretty strict on their schedule. So when schools are changing their schedules to accommodate for a parade, then it's pretty ingrained in the culture.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
A few years ago, it's been a while, Christine. I swore to myself I'd never do it again. And it's not you, it's me. The turkey trot.
The turkey trot. How did I know that's exactly what he was going to say, Christine?
Yeah. I feel like I could be honest with you, Christine. But there's a lot of people, a lot of great people that take place with the turkey trot every single year. That's what's been going on for a while too, has it not?
It has, yeah. The turkey trot is another one of those, and I agree with you. Now, listen, I will issue them a permit and hold support in any way, but I am not going to be out there trotting it up.
There's a lot of people like Bill that works with us that loves a turkey trot, and so for those people, you have something for them too, so they can join on November 27th, Thanksgiving morning at 9 a.m. for the Mooresville Lake Norman Turkey Trot.
Yeah, it is. No, and it truly is. It's a great cause. We support that event. It's one of those regulars that we've had in downtown for a long time. And then, once we get through Thanksgiving, and I am glad that we have events like that kind of give a pause for Thanksgiving because it is very much about Christmas, after today. And we will have our classic Christmas event on December 12th. So we're gearing up for that this year.
Oh, that's the big one. December 12th. It's happening all of downtown. And Christine, you're making the call now. It will snow in downtown Mooresville on December 12th.
That's right. 5:30 p.m. 100% chance of snow. Larry Sprinkle said it, so it is true.
As we look at this schedule for the holiday season, it's not magic, right? It takes people. I see Greenworks being part of it with the Mooresville Christmas Parade, the Christian Mission being part of the Turkey Trot, and a whole slew of businesses being part of a classic Christmas. What's it like working with all of the business community, too, to help really bring these wonderful free events to the community at large?
Yeah, so that's the thing. You said it. It's free, right? And that's a big deal because a lot of the opportunities that people have, are not free. Those things cost money, and as we all know, we feel that effect on our pocketbooks. Right now in the economy, and I think that being able to offer these free opportunities so that way anyone can come out. If you can get there, then you can have fun. And we even try to help you do that by offering a free shuttle. It's a park and ride shuttle, and that is, made possible by our sponsors, Parks Automotive. So we have a lot of great businesses that we work with. We love being able to tell the stories of all of those amazing organizations that we have. We love when we bring on new sponsors because we get the opportunity to kind of learn about what they do and kind of share that as well. So this year we're working with a couple new people. We brought on Mathnasium, which is a great organization that, offers tutoring and several services. And so we get to work with them this year, and they'll be out there kind of sharing about what they do and have some fun activities. So that's kind of like our favorite part, that we get to work with so many different people.
We're talking with Christine Patterson. She's the Director of Experience and Engagement for the town of Mooresville. She's also host of I Heart Mooresville. Airs every Tuesday from 11 to noon. The show these days, what you got cooking on it? What's going on? You making a turkey or ham, or what you doing?
Oh, I should. That would be a good idea because I've got some great recipes I'm going to try out this year. But this year we are actually bringing the company Squeegee Pro. So it's an awesome name, right? Squeegee Pro. So they are the company we've partnered with to make some magic happen in downtown Mooresville. Because you said it takes a lot of people to kind of create that magic. And so we want to give them a shout out and talk about what they do. They were instrumental in really making downtown, the decor come to life this year. So if you happen to be downtown or get to, come around Christmas time, you're going to see this beautiful street full of decorations, garland over the street. We brought back a lot of the old throwback decor that Mooresville used to have, and so Squeegee Pro helped make that happen. So we're going to talk to them today.
And it starts today, really with the festivities of the Christmas parade. The Grinch is going to be there as well, possibly?
Oh, yeah. Santa and the Grinch.
Oh, my goodness. You can get everybody. Who doesn't want to come to the Mooresville Christmas parade, though, honestly? I'm sure you had to turn the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy away, too.
I know. Well, I mean, they can come if they want, but it's all about Santa and the Grinch. Now, that's the thing with the Mooresville Christmas parade. Are you Team Santa or are you Team Grinch?
So you can do both.
Ooh.
You got to pick one or the other?
Yeah. I mean, you wear green or you wear red, and it's definitely like a choosing sides thing.
Okay.
Oh, man. Got to make a decision? You're going to make me choose like that, Christine? Okay, fine. I might be able to do it. For those wondering, too, for a classic Christmas, that's, again, being a bigger event. You mentioned the park and ride and the shuttle. What are some of those other opportunities there? I see the list of the horse-drawn wagon. Santa obviously going to be sticking around, coming back through Mooresville for that. And all kinds of treats, and the vendors and the opportunity for the local markets. Can you share a little bit about those and those local vendors that you guys bring in?
Yes. So one of the things we started doing last year was offering a Christmas market, because that is one thing we figured out about our community, and not just Mooresville, the entire Lake Norman community. We have some really talented artisans and crafters in the Lake Norman area. And we want to highlight that. This is their time to shine. They come out. We have 40-plus crafters and artisans that set up along Main Street. Great shopping opportunity. Mathnasium is our tote bag sponsor. So you get a free shopping bag, and you can fill it as you go through and shop at all of the great, vendors that we'll have there. Also, downtown, all of our downtown businesses will be staying open. Most of them will be staying open late that night. So you're going to have double the shopping opportunity.
Christine Patterson, the Director of Experience and Engagement for the town of Mooresville. The experience and the engagement can start today with the 81st Annual Mooresville Christmas Parade. Christine, we so appreciate you. I Heart Mooresville at 11 o'clock. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, some extra clouds around for our Tuesday. You might want to carry along the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, Into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. Then we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Need a ride? ICATS has you covered. Tuesdays to the VA in Salisbury, Thursday to Winston-Salem, and Fridays to Hickory. Plus, run errands every day around Iredell County for just $1. Visit rideicats.com.
Are you sick of running out of hot water? Whether it's in the middle of a shower or doing dishes, cold water's never fun. Say goodbye to those surprises with a Rinnai tankless water heater from GMV Energy. This energy-efficient propane-powered solution heats water instantly, so you'll never run out again. Plus, it saves money and frees up space. Propane models start at just $295 after rebates. Visit any G&V Energy location or gbenergy.com to learn more.
Sip, savor, and smile at Patisserie Cafe in Mooresville, where buttery pastries meet bold coffee and bright conversation. Enjoy breakfast and lunch all day, Monday through Saturday, 8 to 3. From crepes and empanadas to Cuban sandwiches and cakes, there's something for everyone. Visit patisseriecafe.com.
The change of seasons is tough on your system. Dust, wear, and cold snaps test its strength. Let Horn Heating and Air Conditioning prep your home before the holidays, so your heat will be ready when you need it most. Fall into the season of ah. Visit hornhvac.com, where your comfort is our business.
At Kane Center for the Arts, we believe art is for everyone. From our exciting performing arts series and gallery exhibits to robust education programs and impactful community initiatives, there's something for everyone. Visit canearts.org.
Exciting news at Randy Marion Ford Lincoln in Statesville. We have opened a separate used car department. That's right, we have over 300 pre-owned vehicles on Folger Drive. That's right across the interstate from the main lot. I tell you, better to serve you with higher quality, higher quantity, king of price deals on pre-owned vehicle. Come see us today at our new location, 1011 Folger Drive, right across the interstate from the main showroom. You can't miss us. And as always, king of price, king of deals, you can't beat Randy Marion in Statesville.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A bunch of retailers opening their books this morning. Dick's Sporting Goods boosted its outlook for a second consecutive quarter. It offers further evidence consumers are remaining resilient despite worries of a slowing U.S. economy. Best Buy, the largest consumer electronics specialty retailer in the U.S., has reversed a slump. Best Buy raising its guidance for the current fiscal year as demand for the latest consumer technology drove revenue and profit. And Kohl's raising its full-year outlook for the second straight quarter, a sign that CEO Michael Bender is helping stabilize performance at the struggling retailer. NVIDIA shares fell on a report that Meta Platforms is in talks to spend billions on Google's AI chips. The Google chips, also known as Tensor Processing Units or TPUs, the move would establish TPUs as an alternative to NVIDIA's chips. Apple has eliminated dozens of sales roles. It's a bid to streamline the way it offers products. I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, okay, and 8:34. Happy Tuesday to you. Coming up on that holiday season, you're going to need a gift for somebody.
That's right.
Something special, something unique.
That is something unique. Something that'll stick with them and stay with them.
Something you can't take off.
That's right. Something will stay with them for a long time. We've got Luvea, right? Is that right? Permanent jewelry here. We got it right. We've been going through all different iterations of the name of your business
You
today.
said it right. Absolutely.
All right. So tell us about the origin of starting Luvea & Co.
Okay, so about 3 years ago, I started my business. 5 years ago, I got my first permanent bracelet.
I fell in love. I took about a year or two to really learn about it because I wanted to make sure I did it correctly. And I saved up, quit my job, and started my business.
Wow.
Sydney, deciding on permanent jewelry, that sounds permanent. It sounds kind of long term.
It stays with you for a while. I've had mine almost 3 years.
See? Yeah,
Yes.
that's the point. It does scare people a little bit, but the point is to keep it on, and it's supposed to be there for years. And because we use precious metals, you don't need to worry about tarnishing, your skin turning green, which that happened to me a lot as a kid with my fake jewelry. So that is the goal, is having it on for years.
And something that's like classic is, it's not something that is, while permanent jewelry might be trending in the
Mhm.
area, it's not something that's going to be trendy and going to go out of style. Like I said, I've had my bracelet on for the last 3 years.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
And people say it's a trend, but jewelry has been around for centuries.
Mhm.
It's not going anywhere.
And so the styles of permanent jewelry, do you have a particular style that you see that people go for, right? Because I imagine there's particulars.
There's all different kinds, yes.
Is it princess cut? I don't know. I'm trying.
Those, I think you're talking about diamonds.
Oh.
So I want to say maybe 40 different chain styles. I have solid gold, sterling silver. Right now, mixed metals are really popular.
Yeah.
So gold and silver mixed together. But everyone's different.
Like
That's why I
swirl.
have-
Wait, sorry, I'm sorry. Like
Oh, no, you're fine.
swirl, like from like a soft serve vending machine mixed together, or
No, so it will be like one link will be gold, one will be silver.
oh, nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
It'd be a nice little mix of the metals going on.
Yes, it's coming back now, mixing metals, so it's cool again.
I like that. I like that. What are you seeing as far as, other than mixed metals, what is it that most people are wanting? Is it bracelets? Is it necklace? Is it rings?
Bracelets and anklets. Rings
Anklets.
have become popular lately. Toe rings as well.
Okay.
Especially in the summer.
Any particular toe?
I don't know.
Is that not acceptable to ask? I mean, do I?
Fitting to the toe?
Yeah, I don't know what you call which toe, but
the pointer toe.
The pointer toe. Yeah, that's actually the most popular one. But bracelets and anklets are most popular.
Yeah.
Well, it's an idea for the jewelry season. Mames, you've got one for 3 years. I mean, this is.
I'm telling you, the reason that I got mine is my daughter was 16 at the time,
Mhm.
and she wanted a tattoo, and I was like, well, you're 16, we're not getting a tattoo, but we can get something that is permanent-ish,
It's the next
like a
best
tattoo, right?
It's the next best option. I have a lot of people come to me and their friends like, well, we want to get matching tattoos, so we're gonna do permanent jewelry instead.
Yes.
When I'm like, yeah, that's probably a better idea.
It is.
Sydney, you do a lot of pop-up events. So
Mhm.
your schedule coming up, it looks like you're going to be in Gaffney, then you're going to be in Lincolnton.
Mhm.
What's it like jumping around during the holiday season for you right now? It's got to be pretty wide open for you.
It is. It's a lot, but I love it. I mean, I love my business. I love going to new events and meeting people, and I love to talk. So it's the perfect business for me. I get to meet a lot of different vendors, and then I end up spending all my money
At the
supporting
vendor
them.
show, yes.
Yep, yeah.
That's
So
always
the
fun to do,
holidays
too.
is fantastic for me because I can go to work and shop.
Mhm.
So.
Is it relatively a quick process? Like, let's say I'm at one of the events and I'm at a pop-up.
Mhm.
What should I plan? Is it an hour to kind of strap this thing up and put it the right way on wherever I'm getting it? Or
Absolutely not. So some people I know, other permanent jewelry artists, they can take a little bit longer. The longest part is picking the chain. That's what I always tell people. After that, I'm pretty quick with it. I fit it on and weld it, maybe 5 minutes.
So you actually weld it.
Yes. So if you're ever out and see one, it can be a little bit intimidating because you guys put the glasses on, you have
Sydney.
the welding machine, you put a little piece of fabric or leather or something.
Leather to protect the skin.
Yes.
Now I do use a micro welder specifically made for permanent jewelry, so it's safe. So
So
I had no idea.
It can look a little intimidating if you've never done it before.
This is
but
rugged now.
It is. It is
got me
fast.
interested.
People
in this
will
now.
jump. They'll be like, ooh.
You hear the little spark. Yes, it gets a little
But
scary.
it's just a little micro welder, and I just tap, and it fuses the metals together, and that's what makes it permanent.
And it's that easy. Okay. And then let's say that there's a business or there's an event or there's an opportunity where someone says, wait a second, I want to learn more, Sydney. I can't make it to your pop-up,
Mhm.
right? And what's the best way for them to engage with you and find, okay, hey, can you help them out here around the Lake Norman area, maybe this holiday season?
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram at Luvea Jewelry. That's Luvea Jewelry. And on Facebook, it's Luvea and Co. And then you can message me on there. That's how you can contact me.
Okay, and let's say I do want the toelet. Is that what it's called too?
The toe ring?
The toe
the toe
ring.
ring. And do you do like kind of that request? Like if I have a particular kind of piece I want, or is it no, you either get the neck or the
No,
ankle?
you can pick. I do requests if someone sees something online that they like, or they want a birthstone for them, if for their child or something like that. I can pre-order that, a custom order for you.
Oh, they
and
can
it
have
ready
stones
for
in
you.
them too. The
Yes,
permanent
so
jewelry
You can.
You can do all kinds
Yeah,
of
you
things.
can
It doesn't
blow it
have to
up.
be the traditional, like what I have is
Mhm.
just a traditional chain.
A
But you can also-
I'd call this classic.
Classic, yes, classic
Yes.
gold chain. But you can also
Oh.
have charms, and do you do that? Charms and other
Yes,
things
well,
added
I
to
do
them?
connectors. So connectors, a lot of people don't know the difference.
Mhm.
So it is good to tell everyone. Charms dangle and connectors lay flat. So it's more of a classic look. It's super fun and it just lays right there. So a lot of people are worried about, well, I don't want to get it caught. My job, they might work in a certain
Or you don't want to
field.
jangle when you're out. Maybe you don't want to jangle.
That too.
Exactly. So yeah, connectors just lay flat. They're most popular, and I have probably like 50 different kinds, but I still do custom orders.
I've seen people do it for their babies too. Do like toddlers and babies get permanent jewelry. Do you ever do that?
That's a touchy subject.
Okay.
It really depends. It's not illegal, but it's not recommended.
Okay.
I personally do not below a certain age, just for safety reasons. But I've definitely seen babies and
Tiny babies with permanent
Yes,
jewelry on.
yes.
So what age would you suggest that this would be perfect for?
Probably 6 and up.
6 and up.
Yeah, but I always make sure I'm like, is your kid really rough? And if they are, I don't want them to waste their money and it get ripped off.
Right.
But I have done 6 and up, and it's still on years later.
Oh, my daughter's permanent jewelry lasted a whole 3 months. So yes,
Yeah,
good that
so
we
you
did not go with the
understand.
tattoo. We were
Yeah.
glad we didn't do that.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure Debbie and Emmy were talking about this, so I imagine it might have lasted
Full 3 months for our permanent jewelry. I'm still wearing mine.
Yeah, yours is 3 years later.
3 years
so-
later.
But it
yes.
is that opportunity for a relationship and to have something special and unique. Is that a lot of times what you see it for? Is it just because they want one, or is it a combination?
It's a combination. I do have a lot of friends, siblings. I do have couples come, which I think is really sweet. I love that. My boyfriend personally, we have matching also, so I love it. But a lot of the time I also just have regular people just themselves celebrating maybe a milestone in their life. And they're like, I want to commemorate it with a gift to myself. So it's an experience, and then we talk about it, and I congratulate them. It's fun.
Yeah, my mom always had one bracelet that represented, because I'm one of 4 girls, so she always
Mhm.
had one to represent each of her kids. So it's a great way to do
That's
that
sweet.
too, right?
Yeah, uh-huh,
To kind of keep that with
absolutely.
you and remind you of them.
Mhm.
Permanent jewelry, and look, if you want to test drive, look, I'm not saying go get a tattoo, make your own choices in
Right.
life. I'm not going to tell
Right.
you to go get one, but if you're trying to test drive something,
Test drive
too,
something
that's
permanent. It's a
not-
great way to do
It's
it.
a great way to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great stepping stone.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Luvea
Yes.
and Co.
Mhm.
You can check out Sydney. Check out her online profile on Instagram. You can also check out Facebook, Luvea. So the pop-up schedule for the holidays, if they want to check you out here. Gaffney Premium Outlets. Do you know kind of where you'll be at hanging out
I'll
around
be
there?
at the Pearl venue. I'll be there from, I want to say 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
So all day.
All day. I've never done Gaffney before. I'm very excited. And then usually I'm just in Lincolnton, sometimes Charlotte, but mainly Lake Norman, my favorite place in the world.
There you go.
So-
Absolutely.
And you can book a party with you too if somebody's interested in doing that for the holidays.
Yes, absolutely. If you want to do a private event, an appointment, or just, a party for you and your girls, I do it all.
Okay, Sydney, Luvea and Co.
You said
can-
it perfectly.
You can get your permanent jewelry this season if you're looking to do something special. And dudes do it too. I think that's it. Let's
100%.
put out the
Definitely
stigma,
for the
Sydney, right
guys
now.
too.
Mhm.
Yep.
Dudes do it too.
Dudes do it too. So
Mhm.
there you go. Permanent jewelry. You can do it with Sydney, Luvea and Co. Check her out online. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, some extra clouds around for our Tuesday. You might want to carry along the rain gear. Chances are you won't need it early, but as we get into the afternoon, into the evening, scattered showers around, which could impact our Tuesday evening travel. Biggest travel days of the year right now, of course. High temperature still warm, right around 70. Some of that rain could linger into tomorrow morning. Then we're clearing it out around 70, but dry and much cooler by Thanksgiving. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Bin 110 in Cornelius presents live music Friday and Saturday. Little Johnny Trailer Trash takes the stage on Friday. The Gin and Sonic Band performs Saturday. Enjoy whiskeys, cocktails, and light fare from the kitchen at Bin 110. Saturday is the 14th annual Light Up Cornelius celebration happening in downtown. Enjoy community group performances, children's activities, a model train display, food, beverages, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. The event begins at 4 p.m. with the tree lighting ceremony at 6:30. Visit cornelius.org for more information on Light Up Cornelius. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now and runs through January 4th. The drive-through holiday light show features more than 5 million lights circling the iconic oval, pit road, and infield road course. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information on Speedway Christmas. The 500 Club in Statesville invites you to book a tea time, take golf lessons, enjoy the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill. Click on the 500 Club online to see everything they have to offer. Join the Hickory Christmas Show to kick off the holiday season in style. Start a new family tradition with a visit to the show on December 5th through the 7th at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Click on hickorychristmasshow.com for more information. From all of us here at WSIC Radio and Lake Norman Woman Magazine, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:48. Can you hear me? You may not even know you can't hear me. You need somebody who can figure that out for you.
That's right.
It gets tough having to say, huh?
And you're getting together with the
What?
family this weekend. It's going to be loud. There's going to be kids running around. You know, you don't want to miss out on any of that conversation, though.
You don't. We have the solution for you. Belltone. Harlan is here in studio with us this morning. Third generation hearing specialist.
Doing it a long time, 46 years for me. So I've my dad was involved in the process, and he was an audiologist up in Greensboro. My grandfather was a hearing professional in Roanoke. So it's been my sister was in High Point. So my uncles, so family.
Everybody's doing
Everybody's
it.
in it, yeah.
Can I ask you something? I don't know if you do. Do you look inside the ear too? Do you have to like look at people's earwax and things like that inside of their ears?
Sure, you want to check that out. Make sure there's nothing medically done. When you have a test, you first we look for things that a doctor can help. Earwax, holes in the eardrum, fluid behind the ear, some signs of infection, something that would be you could help medically. There's two types of hearing loss. One you can help medically, and one you can help only with hearing technology. So when we exhaust the medical end of it, it's not there, there's nothing there, we'll make sure of that. And if there is not, then we progress and show them about hearing technology.
The technology seems, if you watch kind of the old school, maybe a movie or something like that, you see they kind of like big and bulky. You know what I mean? You may not necessarily you see somebody out with it kind of sticking out. Is that how all the technology is still?
Oh, it's much better, as you know. It's a lot smaller nowadays. They're really small. They hide just behind the ear, right? You actually match your color on your pair of glasses. Actually, almost hardly even see it. Very small. A small, tiny wire with a little tiny thing that goes in the ear. Is you don't see that part because it's around the corner, but it lets regular sound pass through. So you have not only small, but you also have something that lets your natural hearing do the work. So what you're hearing now, we keep that, and then we build on that with the correct sounds and the correct technology, the correct settings to make sure we raise up each sound just right so that the clarity comes back, because that's where most people are having trouble. I hear, they say, but I just can't understand the words. My family seems muffled. I just feel like I can't follow the conversation. I have to put my thinking cap on, and I want to be able to hear and relax. And that's what we ask people to come in to learn, and we teach them about that and then show them what we can do for them.
A lot of times whenever somebody can't hear the conversation, they feel like they can't participate. They just kind of step out too. So you're helping them step back into the conversation.
Oh, yes, a great point. If you're actually able to hear and feel comfortable, you can relax in here. And people said, oh, so nice to hear. It just feels good where I don't have to strain to hear all the time. It takes the fun out of it for them, but it takes fun out of it for other people too, because they have to do all the repeating. The person who has a hearing loss says one word, huh? And then everybody has to say the whole thing again. So that makes so you don't feel as you're not to others. You don't feel as with it. You don't feel like you're on your game. You feel like you're missing things, and so it's not as much fun to talk to somebody with a hearing loss. So sometimes other people might withdraw a little bit from you and not think much about why, but they notice something's up, and you also don't take part, as you mentioned, and that also leads to mental decline. That if you're engaged in always hearing people and understanding and following it, then you are going to be more likely to be with it, stay sharp mentally. And studies have shown that is a very big thing, that good hearing, natural hearing or with hearing technology, keeps a lot of your mental processes that you would be losing over the years if you didn't have that, if you were suffering from hearing loss.
Instead of if you're hearing people musitating around all the
That's
time.
our word of the day today, Harlan.
Musitating. I didn't learn. I must not have been paying attention earlier.
To mumble. So if that's what it sounds like people are doing, maybe it's your hearing. And so it starts with a free hearing test at Belltone. Harlan, how long does that process take? Is it take a long time? Are you cut my ear open and examining the inside? How far do we have to go?
We'll put all that back together after we're through with that, of course.
That's just Justin's hearing test, right?
We don't tell anybody else. Everybody else is different. So we have a process could take an hour. It might take less. Sometimes people just have a quick screening, learn about it, and we understand that. Sometimes people have questions about their hearing, what technology is available, how much. Also, the insurance is very big, too. A lot of insurance companies help pay now. Humana, Blue Cross, United Healthcare, Cigna, Aetna. Those are networks. I'm in those and other networks, too. And there's groups of folks that actually help these insurance companies to negotiate lower prices with hearing aid companies. And then they have the insurance. Then they bill the insurance company for some. So the patient cost is very low compared to what it would be, and sometimes zero.
Then that's a big part of it, I would imagine. Do most people, when they come in the door, do they know that insurance is available for them? Or that's got to come with some type of conversation.
Yeah, well, often they've already called their insurance company, and the insurance company said, hey, here's a list of people that do in your area that are in our network. Sometimes it's just one, sometimes it might be two, maybe three sometimes, depends on the area. So I'm proud to be among that group, and they rate me and say me more people because they want to make sure they're sending to somebody good, so they know me. And I've got a good reputation there, and so they and there's other good companies too. It's not just me, but they will appreciate the fact that we do a good job, take care of people, and that we help them in professional ways. So and folks learn a lot. Come in and ask.
A third-generation hearing specialist in the Lake Norman area. You live in the Lake Norman area. You've got multiple locations around the Lake Norman area. You've got Cornelius right here in Harbor View off Catawba. You've got Mooresville as well, and you've got a new location coming to Statesville.
Right here, this office right here.
There you go.
So we're very pleased that's going to start in January. So we're very happy to appreciate this location we're able to get, and happy to have a new location there. We have a lot of people from Hickory, from that area that come down. So it's going to cut that distance in half for them, or roughly half. So that's good. We're excited about that.
All right, Norwood Road off Davie Avenue there.
Yeah, right where the medical,
great spot.
Yeah,
right where all the medical people are.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
can throw a rock and hit every medical person there.
That's right. And so starting in January, accepting new patients, hopefully inside the space?
Yeah, we've got, our rent starts in December, and but January we will be set up, ready to go.
Okay, and you'll be accepting patients for hearing tests there as well.
Hearing tests and learning and meeting me and coming and asking questions. So, yeah.
You mentioned the cognitive decline side. I mean, as we get older or more seasoned, we'll say, that's got to be becoming more and more of a top-of-mind concept, right? Because being able to hear can contribute almost to that longevity of cognitive ability, they're saying.
So true. Johns Hopkins and other groups have done some studies, thousands of people over decades, and followed them in hearing loss, people with hearing loss, people without hearing loss, how they decline mentally. And they discovered that if you have a hearing loss, you will have more mental decline than you would if you didn't have that hearing loss. You lose the social fun things that you do. You're not staying as active. And so if you're always keeping to yourself and you're neutral, you're not engaged, So if we can keep folks engaged with hearing technology, it is almost exactly the same level of decline if you have hearing technology as if you have normal hearing. So hearing technology does help. I've actually known that for years, and I've finally there's groups that come and say that this is true. That's very definite. So no doubt, wearing technology does help you. Makes you feel sharper right away, immediately, but long term it helps you too.
Technology. There's all this technology going on these days, Harlan. I just figured out my phone, let's say. Maybe, and I finally got to where I can get on Facebook and talk to my grandkids and things like that. Can you connect my phone to this thing so that way I got to learn something new, too, along the way?
I'm so glad you're bringing things up like that, but yeah, absolutely. So if you've got your phone, you can use an app to change it. You can change it with buttons on the hearing aid, but you can also change it with your phone if you want to. Don't be afraid. We'll teach you. So we'll make sure that we take good care of you, make sure we help you understand what's going on. But it's great also, if you wish, and many phones, all iPhones, a lot of Samsungs, a lot of other phones, Motorola too, they will, when you answer the phone, you hear it right through your hearing aids. If you watched a podcast or a video or watched your show on TV, on podcast, you would actually be able to hear it in stereo through your hearing aids.
Just directly connect in.
Walk on down the street, play some music while you're walking around. Talk to somebody on the phone, they'll think you're a nut because
you're talking to yourself. Yes, you're talking to yourself. Yeah, it's such a great tool to have too, right? It just becomes one of the tools in your tool belt to help you live a great life. Are you able to, like, they come and get the hearing aids, they're done, you'll never see them again, or are they coming back to get adjustments, ask questions?
Does that happen. Most folks come back in, they need help if something happens, usually it's simple. Surprisingly, when something's wrong, it's going to be a very simple process, something that you could call on the phone and we'll remind you, they'll go, oh yeah, I forgot, thanks, I appreciate that advice. So we will be, our staff is there to help. I'll be there too. So we got a great staff, good trained people to help understand what's going on, and just talking on the phone will probably solve the problem, but we always make sure we take care to check and examine the ear from time to time, make sure the hearing aid's working fine, make sure we're good on that technology working right.
After so many frustrating conversations, right? I've been yelled at by my wife, everything else like that. Why should I trust you, Harlan, to look at my ears and see if this is even really a thing? Why should people trust you?
Well, because I'm trustworthy. So I've been doing it a long time, as you know, as we talked about earlier. But I know I take time to listen to people. That's the most important thing. Listen to what they got going on. I understand it. And it's not just about fixing a hearing, but it's also about helping them get back involved with their family. Their family needs to know what they need to do to help also. Sometimes a hearing is not going to fix everything. You're not going to hear perfect. You're not going to hear like just because we raise the volume doesn't mean that we're going to be able to fix everything, because some people hear clearer than others. The word I use to folks to explain it to is some people have a better natural hearing than others. If you raise the volume up, some people just hear clearer than others, and we need to recognize that. And it's part of the process. If you know what you're doing, you'll figure that out, talk to them about it, but also measure that ability. So got long-term a lot of times, so I can help come in and we can find that out.
We're talking with Harlan of Belltone, nchearing.com, but 3 physical locations, because you got to come in to do the hearing test. You really should, so that way you can get the best of the best care. Cornelius, Mooresville, and now Statesville starting up this holiday season.
Yeah. We also have an office in Gastonia and Concord, Kannapolis area, so we are all over.
All over the place. Harlan with Belltone. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in this morning. Are you a turkey guy or a ham guy? Because it is Thanksgiving week.
We have to ask everybody.
2/3 turkey, 1/3 ham, so the rest, and then go back for seconds.
Formulaic.
Right. I like it. I like it. You've been doing this a little while. Yeah, you know the formula. Oh, canned or homemade cranberry sauce, though?
Homemade, but the cranberry sauce to me, just as long as there's stuffing involved, good stuffing, I like to have that. Got to have the gravy too. It's not the dark gravy, the lighter gravy, and of course you got to make the lake. I heard somebody mention the lake a minute ago.
Yep.
Got to have that, and so if you've got that, and the mashed potatoes, of course, with the gravy.
And if you're spending that time with the family, you want to know what they're saying. You want to be able to hear and be part of the conversation. Get in touch with Harlan and Belltone. nchearing.com is the website. 3 locations: Cornelius, Mooresville, and Statesville coming.
Kannapolis and Gastonia too.
Don't want to forget about those. Harlan, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.